It's Craft O'Clock, Technique Tuesday. First Tuesday of the month, come play with amazing Amy, wonderful Craig. Hunkydory magic leads the way. Adam will press the buttons and we will learn as we go. All the tips and tricks you need to know. The first Tuesday of the month from the Hunkydory Towers of Crafty Delight. Tulip Nib Tuesday feels just right.
Thank you, boys. You can all go home now. Good afternoon, one. Good afternoon, all. I hope you're all good and I hope you are all well. I have never been so excited in my life. It is I think we're getting somewhere with Craft O'Clock now when people want to start collaborating with us. Yes, indeed, we've got collaborations galore, and there is loads of you watching as well. Let's do quick hellos, and then we're going to get straight into Technique Tuesday. Loz is watching. Penny's watching. There's loads in here. Miss Crafter's here as well. Who else we got? Lisa's in. Good afternoon, Adam and Amy. Where's the tune? The tunes are there. The boys are back. We just don't do 3-minute ones anymore because they're too long and boring. And they cost too much money. Linda's in. Lisa's in. Jackie's here. Samantha's in as well. There are loads and loads of you. Hello, Adam. Exciting. It is exciting, Penny. I'm well excited. Tracy's in as well. Afternoon, Adam and Amy. Love the show this morning with Amy and Craig. I watched a bit. I did watch a bit. They were talking about the rose dye, and Craig had just gone to a demo, and then Cat phoned from the office, so I had to turn it off. Emma's in as well. Dave's here. There is so many. I'll keep putting your names along the screen, but this show is not about me. No. This show is all about techniques. So, over the course of the next 12 months... We'll take each month as it comes. Over the next 12 months, we are going to be dig diving for about 50 minutes into a certain project. For example, we could be looking at ink blending, topper challenges, anything but a card. We've got stamping, embossing, pens, layering, mats and layers. We're going to get Christmas ready. We're going to do card layouts. We've got glue school as well. And it all starts on the first Tuesday of the month. And I will not be alone on the first Tuesday. No. Let's go live up north. Now, this worked a minute ago. Let's see if it works now. If I press this button, Amy's there!
Good afternoon, everyone.
How are you, love?
I'm good, thank you. Are you?
Oh, I'm well excited.
Excited.
Well excited. When this was... Because this was only a couple of months ago, this was just a pipe dream.
It was.
And now we've got logos. I've brought in the boys from the band and the gospel choir.
Love the jingle. I was like, I'm not doing it without a jingle.
I was watching. I was like, they think there's not one coming. They think there's not one coming.
Yeah. Everyone was turning the volume up. I was like, there's no jingle.
Oh, there's a jingle. Right then. So as I said earlier, this is once a month, first Tuesday of the month, and you are literally going to be dig diving deep into a product, aren't we?
We are indeed. So what we've done, it will be myself and Craig alternating, and we have come up with 12 months worth of shows, lots of different techniques, starting from sort of the basics with your scoreboard, with all your different adhesives, just a bit of everything, stamping, inking, topper challenges, just a bit of everything, all hunky-dory goodness.
It is all hunky-dory goodness is what we're talking about. But what I also want to stress on this as well, this will work for all of your projects that we've got here. So it's not just, this is not just Hunkydory. Yes, we are live with Hunkydory, so it is going to work with all their product. But this will work with other toppers. It will work with other blending pens. It will work with other glues when we get to glue school as well. So this is just hints and tips about how to use the products. Am I correct?
Yeah, and what we wanted to do as well, we want to sort of cater for all types of crafters. So whether you are new to crafting, whether you're an experienced crafter, we want to try and sort of do projects and techniques that are just suitable for everybody, that everyone will be able to take something from the shows, hopefully.
Right, and let's get straight into this. We are, by the way, we are live across multitude of platforms. I don't think we've ever been live on so many platforms. We're on all the Hunkydory platforms. We're on all the Craft O'Clock platforms as well. These will stay live on YouTube, so if you can't watch now, you can always watch them back on YouTube for the hints and techniques. Right then, Amy, where do we start? I know we're talking all things scoreboards today. Give me the gist for those people. I am going to really take this back to basics.
That's fine. That's what we want to do, isn't it?
What is the purpose of a scoreboard?
So you've got your as it's called the adorable scoreboard. So you've got your score tool in it. It's got a handle on it. This one is 12 inches by 12 inches. So even some of your larger card stocks, you are going to be able to use it with. The purpose of the scoreboard is to, as it says on the tin, basically to score your card stock. Sometimes you don't want those score or those crease lines all the way through the card. You want them to be perfect, so you get, obviously we've got our adorable scoreable card stock, so it's got that bendy ink technology, so when you use it with the scoreboard, you know that ink's going to bend around and you're going to get no white creases or edges on there as well. It's also perfect for your box making. If you're somebody that's into sort of your gift bags, your gift boxes, it is perfect for that. It's not only in inches as well. If you turn it over, if you're somebody that works in centimeters, you have got centimeters on the reverse as well. But this was launched, I've just been chatting to Dan, in June 2017. So next year it will be 10 years old. And apart from the colour, it hasn't changed because it doesn't need to. It does everything we want it to do.
Now, we've got scoreboards, so if we're just starting out, obviously, I've only recently, how long have I been in this gig for now? 10 years? I've only just got myself a scoreboard, because I thought, I know. And now I'm like, I can do this, this, and this. If our budgets won't stretch, because it's a big and crazy world out there, if our budgets won't stretch, could we use a trimmer for the time being, and do we get the same effect, or is the scoreboard the best place to go?
I mean, I think personally, even if you're new to crafting and want to take your makes up to that next level, it is the scoreboard that is going to do that for you. Let me bring the trimmer in. I can show you. On our trimmers as well, there is a slight groove here. So you can, let me grab a score tool, use that part as well if you wanted to. But you're going to have to keep moving your cardstock over if you're doing sort of multiple score marks. Whereas with this, a lot of our handbooks, you'll have all of the measurements in. You can just do it in one straight piece without having to keep moving the cardstock around.
Now, also going back to let's go to the adorable scoreable as it's there. Is it obviously you've got the scoreboard, but is it all about the tool as well? Because I know on the Hobby Maker website, you can buy the tool separately. Is that the right tool for the job? Don't start messing with other things. That was built for a purpose as well,
No, this is the perfect one. And that's why it comes with the scoreboard. You've got the space in here, so it clips in. So, I mean, I say you're not going to lose it. We're forever losing our one in the studio here to the point where Jess has had to label it up so that nobody walks away with it. But yeah, this is the one that you need because you've got that edge there that is just going to score your card perfectly without damaging your cardstock in any way.
Okay, then let's get straight into this then, shall we? So, where do we start? Once again, for those people that are just joining us, it is Technique Tuesday with Hunkydory. We are going back to basics with the scoreboard this month. So where do we start with our scoreboard?
Let's grab...
By the way, if you've got any questions as well, throw them into the chat now. We are live. It's the 6th of January. Throw them in and we'll ask as we go. Do not worry.
Oh, yeah, please do let us know. So if you are wanting to make your own card blanks, for example... So we've got an 8x8 piece of cardstock and you just want to create an 8x4 card. All you need to do is line it up and your tool will sit in that groove so you won't sort of go over onto your cardstock. You will see, and there you've got your perfect score line. If I was to do it, I think with folding, paper is easier to fold, isn't it? So you could possibly get that score crease line by folding paper, but when you are using cardstock, it's just that bit harder to do, and you're not going to get this. You can see how it's sort of bumpy there, whereas here, look at that, you've got your perfect line ready to go.
It sounds silly, I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong. Without a scoreboard, and I said I've done this for years, and I've noticed it since I've had one, you sort of get a spine when you fold the card. You get that, like,
Yes.
you know, like you're making a book and you get that spine because it's not that perfect crease. Am I correct in saying that for those people that are unsure?
Yeah, and it's just not quite neat enough. And if you're, you know, maybe you're making cards to sell or to give to family and friends, you want them to be the best that you can make. So yeah, I think just folding it just sort of bubbles along the top, doesn't it? Whereas you've just got that perfect crease on there. But the other thing you can do with the scoreboard, which I don't, it's one of those things that, you know, when you remember to do it, you do it all the time. So we've just got a piece of our adorable scoreboard, and again, it will show you how well this works. And this, not meant to show this, is a bit of a sneak peek for what's coming on Thursday, but just pretend I haven't shown that bit. So what you can do is also frame your sort of toppers and pages. So I'm going to turn it over. So this is the colour that you want. So we're almost sort of embossing it. So if we just go down at 1/2 inch here, and then 1 inch here, and then if we rotate it and go 1/2 inch again and 1 inch, you can see I just go over it just a couple of times just to make sure we've got that sort of emboss on there. So 1/2 inch and 1.5, and then lastly we can go round and go 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And then when you turn it over, can you see how it's just kind of embossed that? And so when you put that into the center, then it almost sort of frames that image as well. So it's something else that you can do. And then if I let's grab some of the white cardstock that we've got here. So this is just white cardstock. And this time we are going to do sort of diagonal. So it's just another way. I'm just lining it up at that 6 like that, and then if we go at 7, and then if we go at 8, and then if we go at 9, and then so we've done 1 inch that way, and then we'll do the same here. So we'll go down at 5, down at 4,
Lillian, I'm going to come to your question in a minute.
and then down at 3. So we've done it that way, and what we want to do is sort of crisscross it. So if we turn it round, and again, what I tend to do is put my score tool on the 6, bring it down, so I know that I've got that lined up ready, and then we can bring it down on the 6, and then on the 7, on the 8, and on the 9, and then we can do it again. Yeah, please do let me know if there are any questions.
Lillian's got one. I'll mention it after this because I think it's nice before we just move on, because I think it brings up a good point, because I was the same as well.
No problem. So you can see there, you've just got that sort of crisscross effect, and you can do it either side. So you've got sort of the debossed effect on that side, but then you've got it embossed on that side. So then what you can do, let me bring in, and this is one of those backgrounds that just looks stunning. So just get in your pearls and just putting them, making sure I'm still on the screen.
No, you're good.
In the centers of where they sort of cross over. So if you haven't got a die cutting machine, if you haven't got embossing folders, and you can see there, you could just keep doing that, and it almost gives it like a quilted effect, doesn't it?
I like that.
And sort of sentiment in the center there as well.
But it also means it takes your cardstock that little bit further. Save having plain cardstock now, you can embellish it a little bit more.
Yeah, so like I say, if you haven't got all your embossing folders, you haven't got lots of equipment yet, it's just a way of sort of adding detail to your sort of cardstock without having to have all those different things as well.
Lillian has asked a good question. She says, I always go wonky on my scoreboard. How can we stop going wonky
I mean,
on a scoreboard?
I mean, I'll go a bit wonky at times as well. I think just take it steady. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me take this piece again. So if you're lining it up, so if you're going rush, you've got a tendency that you could go off. Just really sort of you can feel the groove. So just take your time, just going down, and you'll be absolutely fine. I think it's just a slow and steady wins the race.
So slow and steady, Lillian, is where you need to go. If anyone else has got questions as well, they
Yeah.
haven't got to be for beginners. Maybe you're more advanced in your story with your scoreboard. We're talking all things scoreboard this hour. Please put them in the chat now. There are loads of you watching. So please put everything in. We can see all the comments. All the comments are coming through. We're on all the platforms. Even if you're watching on Hunkydory Craft TV, I can see all your comments here as well.
Oh,
so
perfect.
do not worry about that. I've got everything here. So all questions, no question is a silly question.
Oh, not at all.
This. So we've learned sort of the basics.
Yeah.
So where do we go now? What can our scoreboard do for us?
Should we do a box?
Oh, okay. But they're normally quite tricky and we need instructions and we need cutters
No,
and
you don't. No, you
dies.
don't. No, we don't. Right.
Okay.
So this is, if you've never made a box before and thought it's too many measurements, I don't want to do it. What you need to do first of all, and what I always do, let me grab, I'm trying to find a pen. Can you believe I can't find a pen?
It's always the way. You can never find a pen at Hobby Maker either, to be honest.
I know, it's always the way. So what I always do, if I'm making a box, I always just draw out, first of all, what size I want the box to be. So if you want it to be 5 by 5, and then you work out how the depth of the box that you want. So if you want the depth to be 1 inch, all I do is just draw around here. So you know all of these are going to be 1 inch. So across here, you need your 5 for your top of your box and your 2 sides. So you just need 2 pieces of 7 by 7. So although you're making a lid and a base and you want them to fit inside each other, you still use the same size cardstock for both.
Okay.
And I will show you how the scoreboard does that for you.
So with the scoreboard, Amy, how big a box can we make?
Well, I mean, it measures up to 12 by 12. So you could obviously, I like larger projects, so you can then always move it across. So if I do measurements, you can then work it out again. So you can sort of move your cardstock around, but 12 by 12, and you're not having to take that cardstock off or move it. Yeah, so
nice.
I mean, that's a large size card as well, isn't it?
It's a big box.
So this one here, so we are going to start off with the box lid. So we've got a 7 by 7, and we're going to score at 1 inch. So we're just going to go all the way around. And the really important thing when you're doing your boxes is to make sure it's right up into that corner there. Okay. Because that is going to be the important thing when we come to it.
Is that important all over, Amy? Like, make sure it's in that corner. When you start scoring, make sure it's in the corner so everything then lines up. Yeah,
definitely. So that you then know all of your measurements are going to be correct, because there's nothing worse than doing, and we'll come on to these, like different types of cards, like stepper cards, and they don't quite line up. It's often because your cardstock may be just off slightly.
Okay, good to know.
So this is going to be our lid. So all we need to do then is, this is a perfect for burnishing as well. So when you've done your score lines, you can just go over these. And then just make sure you've got that perfect crease there, and then you've folded it as well. So we are going to put this together really quickly. I always say, if I'm making boxes at home or for projects, I would always use your red liner tape or your construction glue if you've got time to leave it. So then all we need to do is just cut up, and then just cut a slither off each one of those tabs, just so that it's going to fit really nicely into the box. And then cut up to that one. And then what we're going to do is just add our tape onto these smaller tabs here. As I say, this is where you would add your red liner tape if you were doing it.
Now, how much do we cut away from? Is it just a small slither, just enough for it to bend?
Yeah, off these corners, yeah, because what happens is you don't want it to overhang here.
Okay.
Or here, you need it to be, let me fold this one so I can, so this here needs to be sort of the perfect right angle. So you can see how easily that fits in. And just join that up to there. And then just attach all of those. And there you have got your box lid ready to go. So we just need to make the base for it. So we're going to bring in our scoreboard again. And if you remember, when we did the lid, we used this side. And you will see, it might be hard to see. Oh, here, it's got box lid.
Oh.
Can you see that all right?
Yeah.
So you know that when you're making your lid, you need to score your measurements with your cardstock to this side of the scoreboard.
Makes sense.
When you are doing your box base, you need to use the right-hand side of your scoreboard. Oh. So we're going to use exactly the same size cardstock. We're going to still measure at 1 inch like we did with the lid, but this time, again, you are putting it on the right-hand side of your scoreboard. So we're going to come down at 11.
What's the difference then? Because surely all the lines, surely if it's measurements, all the lines are the same across the top. They're the same widths apart, are they not?
It's hard to see. So if you can see here, can you see the space between there and the first score mark on there?
Yeah.
But then when we come over to here, you can see it's slightly different.
Yes.
It's genius, isn't it?
That is clever because you never know.
Since it launched in 2017, it hasn't changed because, like I say, it doesn't need to. It's just does everything you want it to do. So again, still make sure it's sitting right up in that corner. And then we can move that away a minute and then again go round. I always say with box making, fold it over first, and again you can see, look at that perfect crease mark you've got on there.
We've had another question come in. Does the tool that you're using at the moment to burnish and obviously make all the schools, is that cross-compatible with other scoreboards? So would that work? Obviously, it's built for the Adorable Scoreable. I understand that. But would that work with my Sizzix or my Crafter's Companion scoreboard? Or is it just built, or don't you know?
I don't know.
Okay, it's good to know, though.
Yeah. I mean, often they do come with a.
They do come with their own because that's what they're built for. But I know you can buy extra ones of these because these ones are good burnishers as well.
Yeah, and as I say, there's extra ones because the amount of times we lose them around here, or people just happen to walk off with them. Oh, good morning, Stacey's in the chat.
Stacey's here. She wants a fan club. She wants an Amy fan club, and she wants your autograph when she's next in the office.
Oh, I'm in the Stacey fan club. So anyone who doesn't know, Stacey is the designer of all things Moonstone dies and stamps.
She's indeed. We've interviewed her.
And she is incredible. So exactly the same that we've done on here. The only difference we've made is that we scored on the right-hand side of our scoreboard instead.
Okay.
So we're going to bring all of these up again.
Remember, for those people that are just joining us, welcome to the first Tuesday of the month. This is a brand new segment for Craft O'Clock. It's Technique Tuesday with Hunkydory, where we go an in-depth dive into one product that's generic across the craft world, is what we're looking at. Today, we're looking at scoreboards, and I'll give you a little rundown at the end of the show of what we've got to look forward to. But look how precise that is.
And you can see, look how well that sits in there. So it was two pieces of exactly the same size cardstock. The depths, all you do differently on each of the pieces is on one side you'll score this side for the lid, and this side you score on that side for the base. It's as as simple as that.
So, question from Lisa talking about the boxes before we move to our next one. What would we do if we wanted a deeper base?
Oh, so like this bit here?
Yes.
Yeah, so then all you would do is, let me come in and show you. So what you would do, say if you wanted it at 2 inches, just score at 2 on every side. But what I would do, like I've done here, if ever I'm doing a construction, mate, like just a little diagram. So if you wanted, say if you wanted a 4x4, but then you wanted 2-inch depth here, we just draw it out. Art was never my strong point, as you can see. And then you've got your 4 there and your 2 either side. So it's 8x8. So you'd need 2 pieces of 8x8 and then score at 2 on every side. And then exactly the same, do 1 this side and 1 this side. And you'll be able to make so many different size boxes. You can do rectangles, squares. Yeah, so many options once you've got the left and the right side.
Oh, I love that. I love this. So what you're basically telling me, and we need to move on because I'm conscious of time. There's so much to get through. That all we simply need to do, for example, let me grab what I've got here. So if I was going to measure this card and I wanted to put it in a box, I'd measure the card and add another 2 inches on either side, and that's the size of the cardstock I'd need. Is that what you're telling me?
So what I would do, whatever size you want this to be, is your starting point, and then whatever size you want these to be, and then just add them together and work it out, and just you're good to go. I mean, what you can do as well is maybe just if you've got some like cardstock, just plain white cardstock, maybe just try making some up, and then just keep a few sort of samples lying around where you've got the measurements written on, just to help you. But you can just see how well the boxes work. I mean, for putting in gifts and things, you can personalize these to make them whatever size and to fit any sort of gift you want as well, which is always really good.
Absolutely love that. So that's the sort of the basics of the box, and then you can get bigger and bigger and bigger as you go. We've heard about the scoreboard. You are not limited on your scoreboard either.
Nope.
So we can do the standard folds down the middle of our cards to fold them over. We can now make bases and box lids. What else can a scoreboard do if we just had a scoreboard?
Right, let's make some cards up. So let me grab. I think I'm going to grab some of this white cardstock just that we can make up some cards. So if you've got your card blanks all ready to go, so for example, we've got an 8x8 here. I always just burnish the edge as well. So if you want to create an easel card, for example, all we need to do is measure the length of here. Oh,
Penny's just made her first box. Why we were live. This is amazing, Penny. Well done. This is what we like to see.
Honestly, once you do it, and I avoided it for so long, a bit like stepper cards, which we're going to come on to, just give it a try because it's not as difficult as you think it is. For me, a few attempts and I've got it sorted, and you're just good to go then with so many different ideas. So we've got 8 inches on our card blank. So all we're going to do, in fact, let's do it on the front. So we are going to score at 4. And then we can fold this over, and you can just see how easy it is to fold over. So anyone who hasn't done easel cards before, this is the concept of an easel card. And then let's grab another piece of cardstock. Good job, we've got loads of card blanks in here.
So can we save making out, if we've got card blanks that we don't really like a standard card blank, I'm guessing we could use those to turn into fancy cards if we need to.
Definitely. And a lot of the time it only takes 1 or 2 score lines to create something totally different with it. So it's always worth giving it a go. So if you've creased down your center there, you can just add another panel, and you can see there how you've sort of got that easel card. So you've only added a sort of 1 score line in to do that. The other way you can do it is a reverse easel. So just fold it the other way, and then we can burnish it. And then you can do it that way. So and then put your image on there, so you can see it sort of sits that way around.
Oh, okay.
So that's another option, and then you can see more of what's underneath here depending on what detail you've got under there. So that is if you wanted to make an easel card. The other thing you can do with this, once you've got that score line in, let's cut a bit off here. So
I
if
know
we
we're not
measure-
talking about trimmers today, but I think these do go hand in hand, and that's the question I want to ask. Do you think a scoreboard and a trimmer are like a marriage made in heaven? They sort of come together because you can do so much more when you got one with the other.
Definitely, and I think they're the essentials. I think once you've got those, there's so much possibility of what you are going to be able to make. And we'll use the trimmer as well to do more in a little while. So that is your Z fold. So I've just cut off a 1.5 inch panel. So you can see that has been cut off there. Then all you need to do is flip it over, and then you can attach that part to there and that one to there. And then you've got a Z fold, what we call a Z fold. So you attach that bit onto there, that onto the back, and then you've got another sort of type of card that you are going to be able to use. Let me hold that one up. So you can see just from that simple score line and that cut line with that trimmer, that is what you can get with a Z fold. So that's an easel, a Z fold. Should we do a stepper card?
Let's do a stepper card, because I always struggle with these because I never know the measurements.
Nor do I.
And
And
that's
once,
why I need
once
to-
you know them, again, it's one of those things that you think, oh, I can't do it, I can't do it. And then once you've done it once, you just think, oh, I just love them. So we, for some reason, do centimetres
Okay.
with stepper cards. I don't know why. I'm not asking because it works. So what you need to do with a stepper card, you get an A4 sheet of your cardstock and trim it to 28 centimetres.
Okay.
So that is going to be your length, 28 centimetres. And then if we do it, let's just do it to 20. This part here can be any width.
Mm-hmm.
So I could keep it that width, but we are just going to cut it just down to 20. And then if we remove the trimmer, and then what we need to do, because we're working in centimetres, we just need to flip our board over, and then you've got your perfect centimetres on here. So you will see it's going up to 28. What you need to do here is decide the width of the steps that you want. And this is where the scoreboard comes in really handy, because you're not going to score all the way down. We need to stop. What you can do if you want to is bring in a ruler to help you. So I'm going to go, let's go to 6. So the lovely thing with these is you've got your measurements down here as well. So I just know that I need my score lines just to about here. So we're going to go down at 3. So it's 3 centimetres, 6 centimetres. Then we are going to go down at 10 centimetres. And then we are going to go down at 21 centimetres. So there's no way without a scoreboard that I would have been able to do those sort of creases, is it?
No, it's true.
It comes in so handy. And then what you need to do at 14, because that's halfway, you are going to come all the way down.
Okay.
So all the way down to there. Then what we are going to do, let's move the scoreboard out of the way and bring in the trimmer again. And during one of the shows, we are going to do the differences between trimmers and guillotines and what works best. So you can see those score lines there, and we wanted this at 6 centimetres.
I think that shows June. Anything but a card. I think that comes under.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Good title though, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that title. Anything but a card.
Anything but a card.
Once again, there are loads of you, and I mean loads of you watching. Welcome to the wonderful world of Craft O'Clock. Every first Tuesday of the month, we are going live to Hunkydory, and we are doing a masterclass. And today we're doing we're doing the scoreboard.
Yeah.
And there's loads of people that are saying they're struggling with stepper cards. So
honestly,
let's get back.
You are not on your own. I always struggled with it. So I wanted this panel to be 6 centimetres. So to help you again, line it up with your trimmer at the 6. And then you've got your first score here. So you're going to take your blade up to that point there, having not cut yet. because we only want to cut between this score line and this one. So bringing it up to there, so lining it up. And then the nice thing with the trimmer, you can just about see. Oh, as we break that. So you can see there, we've just cut that piece just in there.
Yeah.
So we will start by folding this one over. And then all you need to do, because you've scored it, you are going to be able to just bend it into sort of shape. And then just burnish these. And the trick with a stepper card is to burnish the inside ones as well. So really get your score tool into there. And there is your stepper card. So you can see there is no way I could have done that without that scoreboard, is there? You just can't get those lines. And again, like I said to you, Adam, earlier, this can be any width and these can be any width. We do ones where we've got these steps on both sides as well. But I find this is the easiest to do to start off with. But just a lovely different card shape. If you've never done a stepper card, definitely give this one a go.
It is one of those things that, by the looks of it, everyone struggles with. But you've got this video now for life, and that's why we put in this.
I think it's the maths, isn't it, that people, all of the measurements. But all you need to know is that length needs to be 28, and then you need to, if you work this one out first of all at 3, then you know this bit here also needs to be 3 to join up. Then this one is 4, so you know both of those need to be 4. And then you've got that back on there. So you just measure at or score at 3, 6, 10, all the way down at 14, and then 21. And you're good to go.
There you go. It's all there for you. All the hints and tips for your scoreboard are on the way. And I forgot to say at the start, for all the people that are watching now, and by jingo, there is a lot of you watching, there is a giveaway during this hour as well. We're going to do it towards the end. There is a massive Hunkydory giveaway. We're also going to do giveaways, I'm not going to say every month, because I'm not going to hold us to that because I know what we're like. But there will be giveaways during these Technique Tuesdays as well. So far, we have done the basics of a scoreboard and how it works. We've also then done boxes. So we've covered boxes in this as well by using your scoreboard. Remember, this works. It should work for across all scoreboards that we're talking about now. Obviously, yours may be slightly different if you've got different brands, if you've got different companies, or you're over in the US, because someone just said they couldn't get one from here, the UK, so they got a US one, but this has been really helpful, which we like. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. The concepts work exactly the same. Someone also asked in the chat as well that not all scoreboards are 12 by 12, are they? You can buy them different sizes for different gigs, as it were.
Yeah, and we have got a smaller one that's sort of your 8 by 8, but I think once you start creating like those boxes, you are just going to want to make bigger ones. So it's just nice to have that 12 by 12 sort of space or workspace on there.
Right then, it's 22. I'm going to push this as far as we can go. What can we do next with a scoreboard?
What, can we do one more card?
Oh, yeah, of course we can.
And then we'll go on to envelope, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do one more card.
We've got plenty of time.
We've got ages. I'm going to literally push this to the wire. The main channel can wait for the stream back, to be honest. They can wait. So we're going to push this to the wire. I'm going to use as much time as I can with this one. Right then, what are we up to next?
So this one is just another card shape that I like to do, and just again showcases how well the scoreboard works. So this time we are going to go 12 by 6. So let's just measure this. Even put a new trimmer in the trimmer blade in.
Spoil us.
Well, Jess did. Thank you, Jess.
Thanks, Jess.
So we are going along here, and we need to score. We are going 2 down to the 2. So you'll be able to see, again, if you wanted to use your ruler to mark it out, you could do, but 2 down to the 2, and then we are going to go 4 down to the 4. Just
Okay.
sort of like that. Then we are going to turn it round and we are going to do the same again. So we're going to go 2 down to the 2. I mean, you'd never be able to do that crease, would you? And only have it down to the 2
Oh
and
no, there'd be no way. 'Cause you'd have to fold the
get
whole
it
card, and
looking neat.
you'd get cracking in it.
And then your 4 down to your 4. So along the 10-inch, score at 2 down to 2 and at 4 down to 4. Rotate it 180 degrees and do exactly the same again. 2 down to 2 and 4 down to 4. And then we are going to come in with our trimmer. And then if we put it at the 2 inches here, and we are going to score or cut just between these score lines. So what I'll do, I'll cut it and then I can hold it up afterwards and show you. Then we are going to rotate it and cut it again. As I say, once I've cut it, I can
Just
hold
why
it up.
you cut that, and this is why Craft O'Clock was born, and this is why I love this show so much. Dave says, "Great, I can start making boxes. Had my scoreboard for 5 years."
I know.
This is amazing. There's so many comments like this as well. This makes me feel so creative. Can't wait to get into my craft room later and get scoring. This is what we want to hear.
Get scoring, and please share what you are making. It
please
is
do.
just the best thing to see what people are making. And look at the card. I love doing these because what you can do, if you've got your sort of little book pages or your toppers, you can sort of fit 2 larger toppers on there. But then you've got those steps on there. You could put your letters on here. So you could do sort of mum, dad. You could put Amy on there if you wanted to.
I would.
I heart you, things like that. But again, there is no way that you would be able to create that card without using a scoreboard. I mean, with the trimmer, you could possibly use your ruler and your craft knife to cut to cut into it. But in terms of the scoring, and again, what can be a really fancy showstopper card is just, let me go through the measurements again, an 8 by 10 piece of cardstock, and then you go score at 2 inches down to 2 inches, and then you score at 4 inches down to the 4 inches, and then just rotate and do exactly the same again. Cut between those lines, and you've got a real showstopper card that you're going to be able to decorate.
Lozzie Lulu 1210, I love the names, says, "Can we rewatch this for the measurements?" Yes, you can. It will be on all streaming platforms. It's on the Hunkydory YouTube. It's on Hobby Maker's YouTube. It's on my YouTube as well, Adam Humphries Live. It will be on there for life. It's not going anywhere, so you can rewatch it back. Before we move on to envelopes, we have started, Amy. I think we've started a revolution on,
let's do it.
People getting crafty with this now. What a brilliant show. I've put a reminder on my calendar for each Technique Tuesday for the whole year. Thank
Brilliant.
you so much. That's what we like to see. I'll give you a full rundown of what's coming up later on as well. But you can watch this back at any time. And in the next 10 minutes, there will be a giveaway as well. Okay, we are going to do a giveaway, which I need to make a jingle for because I didn't do it because I didn't realise we were having one. So we'll use my old jingle. So let's do it. So let's move to envelopes now. How do we create an envelope on a scoreboard? So
we have got envelope papers that you can use. So that is what I am going to use today. Okay. But you can use, I would probably recommend, papers are easier to use than cardstock when you're creating your envelopes. I don't think you necessarily need to use cardstock for an envelope. It's nice to save it. So these are some of our envelope papers. We have also got a project book, which just comes up with lots of different ways that you are going to be able to use these envelopes. So let me grab the basic measurements. So in the front, I won't show you them all because we want you to buy it. There are measurements of what size paper you need to start off with. So we can create anything from an envelope that fits a 2.5 inch squared card, or an envelope that fits an 8 by 8 card. What would you like?
Let's go 8 by 8.
I knew you were going to say that. So the good thing about these envelope papers is they're 12.5-inch square,
Oh, okay.
which is what you need to create an envelope for an 8 by 8. So what we need to do, you're still going to be able to use your scoreboard. So as you can see, it just overhangs slightly, but that is not a problem. And then we are going to grab a pencil and it will tell you where you need to mark each side. So we are going to mark, and you could use a ruler for this, but you don't need to because you've got your scoreboard. Literally another way that you are going to be able to use it. So you are need to mark at 6 1/4. So with this one, we're just going to mark at 6 1/4, and you need to come down a fair bit, and I will explain why.
Okay.
Then we're going to rotate it and mark at 6 1/4, and then we're going to rotate it and mark at 6 1/4, and then rotate it and mark at 6 1/4. So we then bring in, we've got a tool that does your notches for your envelopes. So what
If we haven't got the tool,
yeah,
what do we do? Do we just cut a V out?
you could do, or you could possibly
I don't even need the tool because the tool
just
is helpful.
just score it. And like I say, if you are scoring sort of from here to here, all I would do is, because it's hard to see the measurements here, just take your score tool. Let me bring that down a bit. I always use 6. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's in the middle. And then just bring your tool down so you know you're in that 6-inch groove.
Okay.
And then bring it up, and then you can line that up with the 6 and bring that in with the 6 and score it like that. I think the tool just gives it that professional finish, doesn't it?
It does. It gives you that professional finish because it does it perfectly for you where you're going to need them. But once again, it's about trial and error. Don't use your best paper straight away. Yes, the Hunkydory papers are slightly bigger than a 12 by 12, which gives you that little bit more wiggle room. But you still can do this with a 12 by 12. Go and give it a go. Don't use your best 12 by 12. Don't be using your graphic 45s and things like that. Just use some old 12 by 12 that you've got and just have a play.
That's it. And people know me now. I've got sort of like a template book to make your templates, do sort of tester samples, and then keep hold of them.
We've gone fuzzy.
Yeah,
because it doesn't like the white cardstock, I don't think. No, we're still... Oh, there we go. It was trying to focus on something and it couldn't focus on the white.
There we go. We'll keep on this side then.
Okay.
So all we need to do, like I was saying, is just bring your tool down and then just put your lines onto here and then score. With this, because it is paper, just be a bit more careful with your scoring, just because you don't want to sort of puncture the paper in any way. So just be a bit more mindful when you are doing that. So all you need to do is go around, use your scoreboard again, and just...
Nadia says, how often are Technique Tuesdays, please? It's the first Tuesday of the month. So the first Tuesday of the month. So the next one will be the 3rd of February.
Yeah, and I feel like myself and Craig, we sat down and kind of put a plan together for the year, didn't we?
Yeah, you did. I've got the whole year here in front of me.
Really tried to cover everything, or as much as we possibly can. But obviously, you know, if there's anything you want us to include, please do let us know. So all I'm going to do here now is just lightly go around this way, and then we will fold it back. I'm just making sure we haven't gone blurry, like so, and then we can go back and fold it the other way now.
Any questions that are coming in now, I am marking them, and we'll do a quick Q&A session at the end.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I think we'll do that. Save me keep interrupting because I'm conscious of the time. We've only got about 7 minutes left.
It's fine, don't worry. So you can see there you've got your envelope ready to go. The one thing you can also do with your scoreboard really quickly is what I like to do with it, if you've got a card with some dimension on, so you don't want that flat envelope, you need it to be sort of a bit more bouncy, shall we say. What you can do is bring it down to the 6 again. So where your score line was on that 6, line that up again. But then we are going to come over 1/2 inch and just score along there. And then if we come down on that 6 again, just mark out that score line. So you've got that original 6 one there, and then mark at 6.5. I won't go all the way around because I'm conscious of time. Okay. But then what we can do is if you fold that over like so, you've then got a 1/2 inch.
Oh, look at that, people.
Sort of detail. And then what you can do, if you fold, you can see it will still come together and join, but you've just got that added bit of sort of wiggle room if you've got a card with sort of, you know, like if you use our foam pads, for example, and you just need a bit more depth. So just do that all the way around and then attach it. And that's how you can sort of get more depth in your cards. You can also, I've done one of these where you put pom-poms in it as well. So have it as like a shaker element and cut your aperture in it. But yeah, there's lots of projects in there, but really the scoreboard's just brilliant, isn't it? It just, I mean, it's on my desk. I'll craft on top of it because I know there's no point putting it on the floor or on another desk because I'm going to need it as soon as possible. So I just literally craft on top of it.
It is one of those tools. It's the gift that keeps on giving, and I genuinely think we could do another hour on it, to be perfectly honest. There is so much that you can do this one. Right then, let's do Q&A. I think we're going to do this at the end of every Little Technique Tuesday.
Perfect.
That we have. So any questions that I've missed or I don't want to interrupt the demo, I'll star them, and then we'll come back to them. I always work wonky. We've done that one. Is there a name for the card? So you know the stepper card that we could have I love you or Amy written down. Was there a name for that card?
Name for that one, Jess. I'm asking Jess.
Come on, Jess.
Stepper I don't know, Joe. I'm sure there is.
No,
I don't know what it is.
No, that's fine. That's the card though. So that was from, what's your name? Mrs. Crafter 3720 on there. Then we have, I don't know if, I can't remember if this was a question. Question for Amy. This may be a daft question. Lisa, there are no daft questions. That's what we're here for, to be honest. And to be honest, we've probably heard them. So the no question is a daft question. When you draw your box, you only added 1 inch twice. Should it not be 1 inch for all 4 sides? I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it should be. Yeah. Did I only draw one side? Was that my brilliant drawing?
I think we just did the bottom. Well, I think we just did the bottom, didn't we, to work out our measurements, so we knew what we were doing.
Yeah. So here, so for example, yeah. So if you want your main part again to be sort of 4, yeah, you need to add each side. So whatever you're doing, and then this way as well. So you know if it's a square box that your initial piece of cardstock is going to be a square, but always just measure it out. So again, yeah, if that's 2 and 2, you know, you've got your 4, your 5, 6, and your 7 and your 8, and the same the other way as well. Yeah.
It's the same all the way around. Oh, that's brilliant tips, Amy, for making those deeper envelopes so quick and easy.
Yeah, it's just helpful. Like I say, if you've got any sort of foam pads dimension on them, it just helps to, you know, keep them nice and safe in the envelopes as well.
And then the last question, then we're going to do the giveaway. What technique will you be covering next Tuesday? Thank you, TKBF5TR. It's not every Tuesday.
They won't let us do every Tuesday.
We're not allowed to do every Tuesday just
I mean,
yet.
we could.
But we're not allowed. Well, Anne-Marie's in the office today, so. But we're not allowed to do every Tuesday. So it's the first Tuesday of the month. So the next one will be the 3rd of February. And then, funnily enough, it's the 3rd of March as well.
Okay.
So we'll only go up to March for the time being, but over the next couple of months, we will be looking at, let's go, we'll start from May and I'll work my way up. So in May, we're looking at topper challenges. So the Hunkydory topper challenges. In April, we're going blending school. So it's ink blending. In March, we're talking all things die cutting and how to get the best out of your machines.
Yeah, so again, if anyone's got any questions, wants to say anything, you know, let us know beforehand. Let Adam know, and he can tell us as well, and we'll get that included in the shows.
February, so next month, Craig's with me and
Yep.
we're doing glue school. So all things adhesive with glues that we're going to look on that one. Is it glues and adhesive like tapes and things, or is it just glue?
Yeah, and what we wanted to do with all of these is to kind of cater for all crafters. So whether you're brand new to it, whether you are an experienced crafter. So next month we've like all the glues. We're going to talk, or Craig's going to talk about your tape runners, your construction glue, your white glues, your glue pen, all of those. But then, like, when's best to use them and on what materials, but then also how else you can use them. So bringing in your gilding flakes, your embossing powders, your glitter. So, you know, the basics of what glues to use and when, but then like how to take it to that next level as well. So again, any questions, please do let us know, and we can include it in, you know, in the show for you.
It's going to be one of these. I think it's going to be a fast and furious show every single month.
Yeah.
Right then, shall we do a cheeky competition? I
Let's
think
do it.
we should. I've put the names on the screen. Right, you have got 3 minutes, people. If that, I'm going to say 2.5 minutes. So I can't play the jingle. We'll just chat. We've got 2.5 minutes. Just type the word win. That's all you need to do. Just type the word win now. I've marked where we are in the chat. Type the word and you can type it as many times as you want. But you need to type the word win now. And what are we winning, Aim?
So we are starting off with some of our envelope making paper. So you're getting 48 sheets. So these are the 12.5 by 12.5 papers. That's going to help you make all of those envelopes. And we've also put in 60 sheets of our adorable scoreable cardstock. So if you haven't tried it yet, if you want to experiment with these boxes, with these card blanks, this is going to be the cardstock that you want to use. So we've put in 60 sheet. You can see bumper pack. So those are, we're going to do one winner. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do one winner. You've got about we've got about 1.5 minutes left. Type win as many times as you want. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. I can see all of them that you've got here. I'm Hobby Makers Facebook, Adam Humphries Live Facebook, Hobby Makers YouTube, Hunkydory Craft YouTube. We're on Twitch and we're also on my YouTube as well. Type win in. You can see you can see everyone typing on the side of the screen. Keep your comments coming in. We've got about 30 seconds left before I close it. It is done by random for those people that have never watched Craft O'Clock before. Remember, Hunkydory TV is live. What days, Aim?
HDTV, we're on Monday to Friday, so every weekday at 10 a.m. And we always have a presenter and a demonstrator. We usually try and do sort of 3 demos during the show, and just show you new launches and products, and just have a chit chat, bit like this, and just, you know,
it's a lovely chit chat.
Yeah,
as well.
people can comment as well, like they can on here. So it's just a really nice way to, you know, spend the morning.
And then once you've watched that, you can tune over to me every Sunday, Monday and Tuesday for Craft O'Clock. If you are new, you don't know what Craft O'Clock is, we do it every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday between 12 and 1. And then on the occasion, we go late night from 9 till 10 in the evening, where I normally do a bit of craft. To be perfectly honest, I normally make something. I made a card this week.
I love that jigsaw card you made.
Oh, I love the dies when you've got one. You've got a die in Hunkydory more or less similar.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
That you've got on there. Right then, I am going to close. Oh my days! Look how many people. I am going to close. I'm going to close the shops now. Everything is closed. Stop typing win. Stop typing win, people. Please stop typing win. You can stop now. Please stop now. I'm going to write it in there so I know. That's me. Anything above where I've stopped, we're not going to class. Right, just stop. So here we go. I look away, and then... Oh, this scrolls for quite a way. And then, Amy, you are going to say stop.
Stop.
This person just here. Catherine Briggs, if that is
congratulations,
you.
Catherine.
Congratulations. What you need to do now for me, Catherine, is you need to email... Of course you can't see because I've put your name there. you need to email crafterclock@hobbymaker.co.uk. That's crafterclock@hobbymaker.co.uk. Email me there. Say, I'm the winner. I need an address. Okay, I need your name and I need your address. It is all safe. It is only me and Kat in the office that gets to see them, and then we'll get all that sent over to you later on this week. Amy, thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
been an
Absolutely
absolute
loved
pleasure.
it. See you,
It's been
Mark.
absolutely amazing. Remember, put it in your diaries for next month, the first Tuesday of the month, where we are going back to Glue School, is where we're going to. You can watch on all the social platforms. Don't go changing though, because Anne-Marie is over on Hobby Maker today with a new launch. You do not want to miss that. She's currently not in the office at the moment, so we don't know where she is. But she's on her way down for a brand new launch of shows today. Thank you to you. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the telly on Saturday. But until then, I'll see you soon.